She belonged to a man named Jose. Yes, I knew I should run when I heard her say, hey, come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man. So big and so strong, come a little bit closer. I'm all alone, and the night is so long. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Earth 2 Veve Omi update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi and Snakehead. So what we have today was a little interesting. I have not been able to go and get my Earth 2 account yet. My Earth 2 account, I have been locked out of. The entire Earth 2 people that have been there, that have responded to me very quickly. I sent them a message this morning on their support. They said, hey, we got this message. We're working on it. We'll get it back to you. No problem. I don't know what prices are going for. I don't know what jewels are going for. I don't know if my properties have any jewels. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting right now. I really do hope that this is... Now, most of the time, I have very good luck. Every once in a while, I have some bad luck. So I could imagine this happening on the cusp of the rest of Phase 2, resources, everything else. I'm just a little beside myself. Thankfully, Veve, knock on wood, has been very, very good as far as I've never had any issue with them. The only issue that I do have is only being able to put 350 gems into Veve app at once. I want to put 25,000 gems in there. I have to do it 71 times. We did the math this morning. It is awful. That being said, something I actually didn't know, which is my bad, 350 gems actually costs you $380. I just looked at my bank statement this morning. I was like, huh, I've been spending an extra $30 on those. I didn't know it. I guess that's to help cover the ratio. That's also help to cover, what happens with what happens with Apple and Google, them taking 30% of the money that you put in there. If they add an extra, I don't know, what is that, like 8%, that definitely helps offset those costs. That being said, if we take a look at the thumbnail, if we take a look at everything that we've been going on here, sorry, I got a little distracted. I was watching a couple of videos before this. I was watching Taps Trade's video that he had about the switch over to OKEX, and then the switch over to eventually immutable, the Ethereum blockchain via immutable. So that was very good. Go check out his video. And then WChamp FX Trading did a video, and he gave me a shout out. Both of those had dropped today. Taps video and WChamp FX Trading, his dropped today as well. Shouted me out in there. Thank you for that. He is correct. I do have 89 million. Sold my Tesla for this, sold everything else for this. And yeah, moving on, in case you missed the stream this morning, and we did have some updates this morning as far as Veve goes. They had gone on and they had said in a tweet, if you haven't seen it, I'll show it to you right now. Originally, here was the first Spider-Man that we got. We see it. Oh, everyone's like, oh, girl. The second one, oh, girl. And the third one, girl. So these are, I see my face in the phone. These are the 3 out of 5 that we know of. There are 2 more that are hopefully going to be dropping tomorrow. When I say dropping, I mean like we'll get the pictures tomorrow. We might get that Medium article tomorrow. I'm very sure that we will get more info tomorrow. Maybe a smidgen of info on Friday, but for Friday's pretty much just going to be like a hype day. And then we'll get them on Saturday. Come on, guys. 30 viewers and 1 like. Smash that like button, por favor. Outside of that, they did have another tweet. They had multiple tweets today. I should just go over them, but Veve was responding to a certain collector saying, when a character, in this case Spider-Man, comes into a new medium like comics or in digital, that is considered the first appearance of that character. Here, we are dropping the same character, just in different poses, so all of these rarities in this drop will be considered a first appearance, known as FA, Foxtrot appearance. Foxtrot Alpha. Thank you guys for 5 likes, that means the world to me. Now, outside of that, all right, there's a common, uncommon, rare, ultra rare, and secret rare, or there could be, two. There could be a common, two uncommon, and two rare, or it could be an uncommon, or I'm sorry, a common, two uncommon, a rare, and a secret rare, or ultra rare, whatever that you want to call it. Will we have an additional drop? Will we get 5 on Saturday and we get an additional drop on Sunday? I don't know. Whatever happens, that'll be cool. So let me go to what I had purchased, because I sold. Those of you that were viewing last night and maybe didn't view this morning, I did sell like 9,000, like maybe I'll get like $7,500 worth of Pokemon cards. I sent them out early this morning, and what I did decide to do was get a couple of more sets on here, because I believe that sets will have again, right now you're looking, I have 12 sets, and if you can't see that, I am going hard on these gems. I had like 800 the other day. You still can't see it. That's really weird. There we go. But now I have almost 1,500 gems in preparation, because I know if they have an ultra rare that has 500 or less, those are good. This is not enough. Like, this is not going to be half of enough for Spider-Man. That's going to be, God, 500 Spider-Man. Like $3,000, maybe 5,000, 10,000. I don't know what it'll be. I'll get to the speculation in a minute. But just so you know, I did finish the Series 2 of Adventure Time, so I have both Adventure Times, that Series 1 of Powerpuff Girls. I did not finish Call of Cthulhu. I finished Cryptkins. I already had the Big Barda and the Harley Quinn and Death one. I did finish the DC CoverGirl one. I already had the Superman. I finished and Mermicorn as well, so I wound up getting that. And as far as speculation, let's go over the Spider-Man price. Let's go over the fact that Spider-Man, what we can see. All right. We see as Lucky, a con exclusive, 999 of them, are $1.6 thousand. Okay, so if we do half of that, because again, if there's top 500, this is Spider-Man. I don't know if anybody before this drop knew who Jermaine Rogers was. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't. I just didn't. I'm not that cultured, I guess, as much cultured as I thought I was. I didn't know who that was. A lot of people are getting this because it's only one to complete the set. It's gold, which is cool. I mean, again, the greatest, or the one that's most expensive in the Call of Cthulhu is the gold one, 191 gems. The other ones, the bronze and the jade, are not worth as much. Why? Because gold is just seen as worth more money. Again, con exclusive. You only get one to complete the set. It's just hard to get. Let's try to find another one very similar to that. Let's say Tokidoki, the Dragon Girl, ultra rare. Only 888 of them. Again, I didn't know what this was before then. Only 1,500, and that was the last drop of season 1. Why I think this will be big. Now, granted, Batman is just as big. Some might argue bigger than Spider-Man. And the ultra rare for the Eddie Russo Batman, $1,750. Actually, this price has dropped. It was like $3,500 at one point. It's down to $2,700 right now. 500 Spider-Man for an ultra rare. I think the closest we can compare that to is Powerpuff Girls. How much is him? No, him is only 300. So again, 10,000 is probably outside of the realm of possibility for, maybe within the realm of possibility, just probably not probable. 2,000 to 5,000 for top, if we have an ultra rare that's 500 and below. Yeah, I would say 2, and especially, and that's just for random ones like 458 and 457. I don't know the number. It could be 1,000. It could be 5,000. I don't know. Again, everyone's going to want Spider-Man. There's going to be people that are going to have multiple Spider-Man, just because that's what they do. One is never enough. So yeah, be advised. That's, and I think a lot of us are getting spoiled because in Pokemon, you buy collectibles, and then if you're really good at it, in a couple of months those price raise. These things, they raise right away. It's ridiculously insane. So I'm going to move on to the questions here. Venice Dennis says E2. B-Boy Steve says, let's go, brothers, get this red diamond hands. Gary O says, here we go again, to the moon. I haven't even checked the price today. It was at like 0.0029 before. Let me check. See what we got here. Going to Comey. 0.00285. So it was up to, actually it was 0.00299 at one point. But yeah, and that now we've literally have not gone up or have not gone down in 24 hours. I mean, we have, but going from there to there, it's been the same. Thank you guys for 10 likes. That means the world to me. Veve collecting, doing another post. Wendy Stabalis, aka at Wen Lopez N, says Te amo, Veve official, meaning I love you, Veve. And Veve collecting responds, El sentimiento es mutuo Wendy. And again, the way that they hinted at Spider-Man was Wendy had says, hey, when whatever, can you give us a hint? And then Veve said, when D, like WEN-DY, as in Spider-Man, Spy D. So they did give a hint. They do, ask and you shall receive. Yeah. Mike Wojo says Spider Rabbit. Spider Pig, but yeah, Spider Rabbit would be fun. Omi homie Mike Jack says more Omi for the homies. I do, after, like I said, with that like $7,000 that I'll get from those Pokemon cards, I put about $1,500 into collectibles, into the NFTs, these NFTs. I did not put any into more Omi. I probably should. I did close a small deal the other day. Should be getting like $200 for that. That's mostly just going to go to bills, food, rent, whatever. Yeah. Moving on. Day OG, what's going on? Give me the peace sign. Ari Realty says, imagine being an E2 influencer and being locked out. Yep. I'm one of the most consistent E2. Well, I'm actually the most consistent E2 YouTuber. But as far as actually E2 streamer, link down below for Guidebook Gaming. They're amazing. They give away free tiles every day. They're fantastic. Yeah, it's rough. Grumpy Main says, hi, everyone. Well, hello, Grumpy Main. How's it going? Grumpy Main. Why does that sound so familiar? Anyway. DayOG says, 350 gems is more expensive to buy on Apple than Android. By 20%? Man, you guys are getting murdered on Apple. This is why we buy on Android. Because Android doesn't heck us in the butt as hard as Apple does. Grumpy Main says, you guys throwing in round 2 out of 3 of investing fiat. I'm kind of done. I own land now. I just need a passive income. You guys throwing in around 2/3 of your investing fiat. Well, this isn't really fiat. I mean, gems are typically a stable coin. So I guess you could admit that it is, but collectibles are collectibles. They're worth what someone's willing to pay. And especially on the higher end, if you're spending $25,000 on a collectible, there's a decent chance that when things go to hell and pandemic, whatever, like there's a reason why Pokemon grew in the pandemic. Well, one, a lot of people are getting unemployment, but two, especially in the high end, you're not really affected by most other things going on. Now, if you're spending 50 grand, 100 grand on a card, you know that you're probably okay if things go wrong. So yeah. I threw in about 2/3 or a little bit more than 2/3 of my money into Omi, which again is a crypto, which can be traded for USDT or Bitcoin, whatever you have. Moving on. Ethan Youngberg, howdy, says, I'm so confused right now. I can't decide if I should save money for Earth 2 or put more money into Omi. I don't know. I mean, I have put a lot more money into Omi than I have into Earth 2, but Earth 2 doesn't have a crypto yet. We should get Essence very soon. Again, I woke up this morning to, a lot of people sending me messages on Discord and whatever, just saying like, hey, check this out. And on the test site, we see that we can have Essence very quickly, very, very quickly. Unfortunately, is like the worst time to be locked out of your account, which it is for me. But again, if they bring out Essence and then bring out the crypto, they bring out resources, I'll probably put in more money into Earth 2. Because again, Earth 2 doesn't have that crypto. Omi already has that. It's already attached to the Veve. It's a couple steps ahead, so it has that advantage, and that's why I put a little bit more money into it. Earth 2 potentially, because again, for Omi, we've already increased 100%.
And when I say that, I mean it started at 0.00003, and now it's 0.003. So it's already increased 100x, not 100%, 100x since its inception. So I do think that the Earth 2 crypto is something that has the ability potentially to grow more than the OMI crypto. But that being said, OMI I feel like is a lot safer right now because a lot of people are in OMI. That's only going to grow as far as NFTs go and gaming, metaverses. Earth 2, it's still in its baby step. I do believe it is most likely going to be successful, but again, a lot of it just happens to be intuition. A lot of it happens to be speculation. Again, I love the team. I love Dylan CEO. I love Shane. I love all those guys, but again, scientists say follow the water. Journalists say follow the money. What are people putting money into? I happen to put more into OMI coin. Now, I did put more money into Earth 2 than I did into the Veve NFTs. But again, that's really not a ton of money either way. Gen X's message was retracted. Pop Visley says, hey, Randy. What's up, Pop Visley? Mike Wojo says, OMI for sure, Ethan. I mean, probably safe. I mean, if you want to be super safe, I mean, I'm pretty sure Bitcoin's like the safest. But again, Bitcoin might, what is it? It might 3x by the end of the year. OMI can do a hell of a lot more than that, in my opinion. OMI Homie Mike Jack says, let's take it out on that like button. Yeah, OMI Homie Mike Jack. Thanks, fam. Day OG says, I'm going for the amazing. Ooh, I can't wait to see what people do with this. And based on that, where'd it go? What do you touch? Elon. Oh, nope, wrong one. So somebody, that thumbnail that you see, they posted Spider-Man up there, and Hello K, shout out to him, said drivable Spider-Man confirmed. And then Akomi tweeted, they responded, to be fair, these are going to be way better than a drivable version. So what could be better than driving something? Maybe something that can swing. Maybe it is an interactive Spider-Man. Thank you guys for 15 likes, by the way. That means it wasn't me. Oh, he's on this side of the room. Swing. Swing over to the other side of the showroom. That would be so cool. I'm trying to think what he could interact with. Again, we've only seen 3 of the Spider-Men. They have said that he's going to be in different poses, so I would like to think the 4 out of 5 and 5 out of 5 are going to be that same Spider-Man, just in different poses. What I did like on the one that they showed, this one is, it does look very similar, because instead of him doing the peace sign, he kind of, feet like that, but then his hands like that too. Like, which pose I'm talking about, where that hand is up there as well. Or that pose where he's kind of like that, hanging upside down and kissing Mary Jane. Winner of, what was that? The MTV Awards Best Kiss in 2003, whatever you call it, 2005. I remember that. I was there, Gandalf. I was there 3,000 years ago, whatever that line was. Outside of that, they haven't tweeted anything that I thought was notable, at least not thus far. So, moving on. DayOG says, really, LOL. I don't know, I can't tell. The message was retracted. Gen X says, it looked like Veve may release Star Trek. Where, Gen X? Where did you get the info? Let us know. Sai Kandarpa says, gems for Spider-Man you would spend. Well, I have 14, I don't even know. What was it? You'll take a look-see. I have almost 1,500. Yeah. I would have no issue spending all of that on Spider. I know that I won't be able to get everything. I could maybe get one of the things if I can get it. And if I can, great. If not, no big deal. Honestly, that might not even be enough for the ultra rare. If the ultra rare is 500 or less, that probably not going to be enough. It's again, if lucky, a Jermaine, the yellow rabbit with the knife, there's already 4 others like it. If that is going to get 1,600, Spider-Man's going to get minimum 2,500. If we have especially if we have 500 of them, it's not going to be enough. Maybe at that point, because I know I'm going to spend an arm and a leg on the ultra rare. I shouldn't even try for it. I should try for a common and an uncommon and see if I can do those. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But remember, on Saturday, I'm going to try to do a live if I can and just show you guys, which ones to do. But remember that when the countdown goes to 0, you have to wait for the clock to go away before you click the buy now. And also, there's going to be people that click the buy now, they get reserved, but then they accidentally hit the X. They get so excited they hit the first thing they see, and they just X out of it and they cancel their order. There's going to be people that don't have gems. There's going to be people that credit cards declined. Up to 3 minutes later, you might be able to get something else that previously was sold out, and now it's not sold out. Boom, buy it now. Again, I'll show you what I'm talking about on Friday. Oh, I'm sorry, Saturday. But the amount of gems I would spend on Spider-Man, I'd bite the bullet, and if that ultra rare turns out I miss it and I go in the marketplace, $3,000, yeah, I'm paying that. And I'll pay that knowing that, hey, there's probably going to be a lot of hype, and then probably next week on like a Tuesday, it would be, it's from $3,000 down to $2,000. Well, could have saved myself $1,000. Because there is that, again, that's most likely going to happen. There'll be a lot of FOMO that day in the marketplace, and then it'll most likely come down that next week. But as we're growing, especially if there's a lower amount, people look to Ray Fixie as a whale, which he is, at least compared to our standards. A lot of people look to me like a whale, which I think I'm definitely not the biggest YouTuber for Omi, but I am one of the more consistent YouTubers that has put more money into this than I think any other. And they'll look to me as a whale. And there are people that me and Ray Fixie, the guy that just raises the floor of certain collectibles, me and him could fusion ha with each other to create a super golden mocha brown person, chocolate bear, we'll call ourselves. And we would not touch some of the people that literally are worth 9 figures, like $100 million. That could be like, all right, yeah, throw $1 million in this. And that is less than 1% of their net worth. People like that, there's already, I guarantee you, we already know there's millionaires in the hobby. Are there decamillionaires in the hobby? Probably. Are there 100 millionaires in the hobby? I don't know. I mean, outside of David Yu and Dan Crow, the founders and all that. Again, mega stars are nerds. Nicolas Cage, again, because of my contacts in the high-end Pokemon business, I know that Nicolas Cage buys comic books. If he gets into this, and I don't know, I know he had issues with money in the past, maybe spent a lot of it, but there's people like adults with money. They're just what excites and scares people when they're younger, when they're kids, excites and scares them when they're older as well. So most of the time, you have a kid that was just young and like me that loved Pokemon or whatever. Yeah, nope. Like again, spent over 6 figures last year on Pokemon cards, and I didn't have that much money. If you have someone that's worth 100 million that just liked Pokemon back in the day, they're just nerd, whatever. Even if they were older than they should have been when they liked it, you can be damn sure they could spend $1 million, no problem, not even breaking a sweat. So again, all that winded response is just saying that there is a chance that the FOMO that we see on Saturday and Sunday, most likely it'll peter out and we'll be able to get it at a discount. At least not at top prices that next week. But there is a chance that it doesn't happen. There's a chance that it just moons and it finds a new floor and it just stays there. Because again, if you have something like Spider-Man, first appearance, which all 5 of these are going to be a first appearance, but that ultra rare, again, the one with the least amount of mint numbers, that's going to be the big one. And again, we could have an ultra rare at 2,500. I hope they do not screw us over and say like, yeah, this ultra rare is going to be like 100. And I don't want to say that would screw us over. That would just be a huge troll. Let's say like him from Powerpuff Girls Series 2, 300. Donnie, 150. So yeah, these I would like to see the commons at like 30,000. I would like to see. I would love to see two of them be commons, both at like 20,000 each. Why? Because I want to see that Omi burn. I want to see that Omi burn like a mother flapper. They would sell out. And yeah, most likely it'd be a common, two uncommon, a rare, and an ultra rare. Most likely. But yeah, again, once that Medium article comes out, hopefully tomorrow, we'll know more. The OG is done. Check. Grumpy Main says Earth 2 is basically frozen right now. The updates did not do much. I don't know what I mean by frozen. Like, can we not access it? Is that why I can't access it? Yeah. Rick G says, I believe they said in the past the Play Store sets the limit on how many gems you can buy. Oh, it's the Play Store. Oh, the naughty Play Store. Well, damn you, Play Store. Damn you. Speaking of that, though, a lot of these sets, when you hear Gary V talk about sports cards, talk about, and again, why I was so bullish on Pokemon cards, I still am long term, is that a lot of Pokemon cards, the first edition PSA 10s, some of them have a couple hundred copies. Some of them have 50 copies. That Trophy Kangaskhan had 11 copies, PSA 10. Gary V's talking about like, oh yeah, this like something rookie, this something rookie PSA 10 has like 20,000 copies, and is it enough? I don't know. Maybe not. Depends if he's good or not. I'm thinking like 25,000 copies. That should be worth nothing, but worth a ton. And so I do believe in the future, a lot of these sets that have, especially the ones that have, even ones that have like 5,000 copies, just not enough. Just not going to be enough, in my opinion. Moving on. Chema Chalkmule says, Rich Uncle Pennybags, NFTs, all mines. All mines. Get it, Chema. Get it. Deo G says, are you asking Sai for resale straight up? I don't think so. Gems for Spider-Man you would spend? I don't think so. Or maybe it was asking me that. No, I think Sai was just asking me how much gems I would spend on Spider-Man. Preston Ty Anderson says, how the fudge did Australia hit $13? Says, I'm very, very on the fence maybe now. Help me, Ice King. I think that has a lot to do with South Koreans just buying whatever they want to buy, where they know there's a lot of English-speaking people maybe. But I can't help anyone right now. I don't have access to my account for Earth 2. Something happened with the 2FA and it's just not letting me in, so I'm hoping they resolve it quickly. Hopefully they're like, oh, Randy Chavez, I know this guy. We have like a special picture of him. Like, I'll take good care of this guy. So I hope they fix it. So I'll let you guys know. Grumpy Main says, ha ha ha, Preston. Jennifer Gardner, what's going on, says, Randy, does the augmented reality not work with the cars anymore, like the DeLorean? It should. I'll try it out. See what we got here. And I know I have them, so let's go to all right, full set. Cthulhu, Ghostbusters. All right, Back to the Future. All right, let's go to the AR and we'll see. Oh, it's still loading. Placing objects. Oh my god, I have so much. Yeah. Okay. Go into AR. Let's see here. No, it still works. Yep, the door's open and everything, so we're good. See what else we got. Preston Ty Anderson says, I'm not kidding. I mean, Australia, again, it's an English-speaking country. It's very, very big. Probably going to be really big for solar panels in the future for Earth 2. Oh, and Earth 1, but Earth 2 as well. I don't know what you're on the fence about, though. Let me know. Dr. Doom says, people sleep on all the Batmans. Batman's first comic appearance is like the second highest comic book of all time. Batman collectors are a force of nature. They are. Actually, my next set, I've said for a while it would be Starfire, but it might be that Batman. the black and white Series 1, because you have the Todd McFarlane, that is the first appearance, but then the Eddie Russo, that first ultra rare, first edition, that's going to be, that whole set's going to be insane. And that's why we have like 6, Batman drops already. Dr. Doom says over 3 million for his first appearance in comics. Oh my god. That's insane. Yes, Batman's very undervalued. Because again, it's the first appearance of Batman, and 2, it's the first drop of the first season of the first series of Veve. So the first is always going to be worth the most. So when I get like 10 grand, extra, maybe in a couple weeks, whatever. Should I go back to work? I don't know. Maybe when Omi goes to the moon, I'll get some. I don't know. Jennifer Gardner says, also, why do you think they took away the driving feature on the DeLorean 1.6 Interactive? I don't know. Market. Hang on. Let me look at that again. Because I've never tried to drive it. I actually only completed the set a little while ago. I was looking at the 1.1. All right, let's see the 1.6. I was looking at the rare and the ultra rare. But let's see. Let's take a look, shall we? Loading 50%, applying textures, rendering shadows, applying final setup. Applying final setup. All right, AR. Well, the door is still open. I can't show you because it doesn't. But yeah, the door's still open. Oh, actually, let me put it over by Dashy. Wow, Dashy's really tall. Wait. You see that? Yep. Dashy's in between the car now. Yeah, I don't know. It looks okay as far as interactive goes for me though. Ginferno, what's going on? Gen X says, on wax, Funko released Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle NFT packs. I tried to get one but failed. Oh, I love TMNT. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They're just so cool. It is time for my 30-minute Patreon member shout out. What should it be? I was listening to Hillary Duff before. There was a guy on TikTok that was singing some of the Lizzie McGuire songs. I'm gonna do some Cascada. Boy meets girl, you were my dream, my world. I was blind, you cheated on me from behind, so on my own. I feel so far alone, but it's true. I'm still in love with you. I need a miracle. Sorry. Moving on. Jen Garner says, yeah, those packs are now like $40 a piece. Oh, nice. TMNT's so cool. I used to love those video games back in the day, whether it was on like the arcade version, the Super Nintendo version. Amazing. Pop Visley says, at Gen X, yes, wax was chaos compared to Veve. I missed out too. Won't go back. Stick with Veve. Now, again, I do want to see other people succeed, but I did get a little smirk in me. I was like, we're just Pop Visley just saying, yep, won't go back. I'm going to stick with Veve. That just, again, not that I need any more confidence in Veve and Omi, but that just gives it to me. Hiccups, excuse me. Gen X says, I wish they would limit them. Oh, are they like unlimited? Garner says, why are you locked out of your E2 account? Something having to do with two-factor authentication. It was not working. It just says something. Again, I emailed support about it. Hopefully they they come back quick. I think they will. Although I haven't checked it in a couple hours, so let's see what we got here. Nope, still can't do it. But yeah, it wasn't for any like wrongdoing or whatever. It just happened to do with that. Gobi Main says usually they come up in the test site 1 or 2 weeks when it drops. Yeah, so I'm excited for Essence. I'm hoping I get my account back before Essence and everything else hits, but we'll see. Pop Visley says, hey Randy, got my first bid on one of my NFT artworks. Let's go! Let's get it! Pop Visley, send me the link on Twitter and Instagram, or whichever you prefer. Brendan Z says, "Hey, I'm so hyped for this weekend." I like the hanging one too. Yeah, hanging one's my favorite. I'm gonna go for the. I don't know which one to go for, but yeah, it's gonna be legit. I can't wait for it. I also can't wait for just. I'm not gonna be in this place on that Saturday. I will be somewhere else, but yeah, I'll let you guys know. I'll stream from a different place. All right, Master Mawile says, does it make sense to buy 61 USA or wait for 10-cent base tiles? Foot traffic for both may be just the same, but be more of a value to base tiles instead of class tiles, even without resources or lit. I don't know where you'd be able to get 10-cent base tiles unless we're doing like another drop of another country. If that happens, then yeah, definitely go for that. I wouldn't buy $61 USA tiles unless I had a certain amount of money and a certain location, and I just knew that idea, and it needed to be in that location that nobody had bought tiles on. You can just go to the marketplace on USA and get class 2 tiles for like $25, $30. So I would just get that. Grandmaster Smallwell says, when I become rich, I'm only going to hire female bodyguards so I don't ever feel bad about my bodyguards fighting women. Oh, that's awesome. Gonna get Ronda Rousey to protect you. That would be... Yeah. That actually makes sense a little bit, but I mean, again, security guards, I feel like they have like that, they have the card of like, you can hit whoever tries to go after you or the person you're guarding. It really doesn't matter what sex. That being said, I might do a Veterans React video because in the most recent legislation, they voted that if we were to ever do a draft again, women have to get drafted. It's not just men anymore. It's men and women. And I guess just a preview to that, it would just be like, well, if they can do the job, welcome aboard. I've worked with many women. I've deployed with many women. They can do the job. They can do the job. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a man, woman, black, white, purple, yellow, whatever. They can do it. They can do it. I don't really care one way or the other. That being said, I was not in a combat position. I don't know, but again, just in people in general, some people just freak out that they're not in America anymore. Mostly guys, but mostly guys are the ones that deploy, or mostly guys in general are the ones that serve. So it's guys that a lot of times that freak out that they're not in America just because it's mostly guys that do that. Does that happen to women? I guess. I haven't seen it, but I guess it just happens to everybody. But again, that's for a whole separate video. Brendan Z says, how many gems you got going into the drop day with? I only have 350. I have about 1,500, 1,497. I'll probably add more. When that Medium article comes out, I know I'm just going to get so hyped and like, Now, if I wanted to, I could probably just transfer some Omi into there. I'm not going to do that. That Omi is staying right where it is. Right where it is. Gen X239 says, go to Veve site, scroll down, and look at brands. All right. I'll play your game, Mr. Gen X. Store. All right, scrolling down to look at brands. I don't think any of these have changed. No, Superman, DC Cover Girls, Black and White, this, Kripkins, Ultraman, Mermicorn, another Ultraman, but that Ultraman with the EDO, that has not, I don't know when that's going to happen, but we do know that it is 1950 of them. It's the first appearance. I don't think anything has changed. I mean, Eddie Russo Batman. Let's see at what 2.7. Todd McFarlane Batman. 595. So what am I looking at here? Gen X, let me know. Gobi Main says, oh hell my wow. Justin Bowdoin says, I don't know if anyone has the same or has said this, but I'm charged extra for my state sales tax on buying gems. That's awful. I'm sorry I have to go through that. That sucks. This is also why I want to move to Florida. or because just less taxes down there. We got Twitter notifications. One is from Veve. It was 13 minutes ago. The Gale said, maybe Veve can make an official post explaining the Spider-Man first appearance situation, also the difference between Batman Black and White, Series 1 first appearance. Seems to be a lot of confusion. People just want to understand the logic, just a thought. And Veve Collecting says, not a bad idea. The next AMA should be lit. Oh, no problem, Saikon Dogpa, no problem. Renzi says 500 scooters would be dope. 500 scooters would be dope. Oh, and Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park would be epic. Renzi says, hope CAPTCHA is working properly. So the CAPTCHA, if you are doing something that is within the normalcy, the normal trends of what you normally do or normal people do, you won't get a CAPTCHA. But if it looks like your account is doing something really weird that humans don't do or you would never do, then the CAPTCHA will appear. So it is machine learning, AI learning. It's learning by itself. Hashtag scary. Master Mawile, I've been looking into VeChain and Cardano, but after assessing the growth potential by 2025, OMI still has more potential for growth. I wish Cardano and VeChain came into existence after we've milked OMI. Okay, there are other coins that I like that I'm not invested in right now, which is Ethereum, Binance Coin, Cardano, Solana, and CRO. Those I all like for long-term holds. I just think OMI is going to have a lot more potential growth, short and long-term. So that's why I haven't invested in any of them. I put everything into OMI because I think OMI will moon a lot harder than those other ones. And watch the next 4 days, not tomorrow, maybe not even Friday, but watch Saturday, Sunday, Monday for growth in OMI. Just watch. Chambo Latinomi says, I canceled my ultra rare Dragon Girl like that. Oh, you did that. I did that for something too. I forget what it was. But yeah, bad times. Clicking stuff too fast. I know, I did the same thing. I kicking myself forever. Renzi says, K's fake Pikachu licensing messed with OMI price. When was his fake Pikachu licensing? Chambo Latinomi says, when I become a millionaire, I promise I'll keep collecting on Veve. If anything, when I become a millionaire, I'm only going to collect harder on Veve. Why? Because why not? Because it's fun. Croner says, Pop basically says, OMI will be the only chance of me becoming a millionaire. Pop basically, let me know how much OMI you have down below. And don't say it's the only chance. Because if OMI did not exist, I would have probably been a millionaire before 2030 just from Bitcoin. Bitcoin didn't exist, I would have kept working, and I would have been a millionaire by 2026 anyway, just from those receivables coming in and out, going back and forth. I would have had to work for another 15 years, give or take, but I would have done it eventually. And again, I didn't start like I'm nobody. I got out of the military at 26, and I started that business at 26 as well. In 2017, I started with less than $3,000, and if I can do that in this many years, anyone can do it in 20 years. Just gotta work like a mother flapper. Dr. Doom says, I think the first three we have seen are all commons. I hope all three aren't commons. The only time I think you see that is in the ones that have like 12 like Cryptkins and the other one. I don't know, honestly, I don't even know the difference between, and I have the set, between Unicorno, which I do not have, and Mermicorn. Unicorno, Mermicorn. I have the Mermicorn set. I do not have the Unicorn, because the Unicorn set, the ultra rare Ritmo, there's only 1,500 of them, so there's 708. The cheapest one is 785. And it's like, no, I'm not gonna get that. I mean, I'll probably get it eventually. But the Mermicorn, it's ultra rare. Corsica, there's 3,500 of them. So I got it for like $150. I was like, oh, score, just get those. Yeah. Saikon Darpa says, if Ultraman can burn 1 billion, then Spider-Man, how many? It depends how many there are. And again, I'll go over the actual how much we should burn on Saturday when we get that Medium article. Most likely tomorrow. Can't wait. Brendan Z says, I don't know about y'all, but I'm buying as my pockets can carry on Saturday. Oh, Brendan Z's clearing out his bank account. I can't afford to do that, especially if I might have to move soon, but I'll let you all know. Wes says, you're so much more bullish on Omi, Veve than Earth 2, let's be honest. Yes and no. Like I said, I money talks. Where did I put most of my money? Happened to be in Omi. But that being said, Earth 2 doesn't have Essence, it doesn't have crypto yet, And again, I'm more bullish on Omi than I am on... I think there's a reason why I put more into Omi and not a lot into the Veve NFTs. I put more so far into Earth 2 tiles and jewels than I did into Veve NFTs. Earth 2 crypto comes out, yeah, I'm going to get it. Spend another 5 figures in there. But that being said, again, Omi just got there first. Like, if Earth 2 had put out their crypto in February, before I had discovered Omi, but it didn't. And Omi is the one that, again, just got there first. So, yeah, like, unfortunately right now, when Earth 2 crypto comes out, I might only be able to put 10 grand in. When I wanted to split in triangles, like, all right, third into Bitcoin, third into Omi, third into Earth 2, but it just didn't happen like that. But again, that being said, because Omi has already gone up 100x from its inception, from when it started, Earth 2 crypto hasn't started yet. So the potential for more growth potentially would be on Earth 2. But again, the safer route is probably Omi at this point. As far as being safe, and again, that's where my money went. JP says, Wes, go to bed. He says JK. Wes says JP. When moon? Depends what you mean by moon. We're going to probably see a big pump this weekend. Look for Saturday, Sunday, Monday for those pumps. Look for it. Wes says, when Lambo? I don't think I'd ever get a Lambo. I'll have a Cybertruck next year. That's going to be great. It's going to be so cool. I can't wait for it. Brendan Z says, my boy, my man. JP says, what would be the benefit of Akomi suppressing the price? Failing to deliver time after time on purpose? After recent talks with a friend, he believes that the company is going slow for a reason. Well, I don't think Akomi itself is suppressing the price. Maybe they are. Maybe they want to, because I would not do this, but I can see, thank you guys for 20 likes, I can see the method behind that madness. Why would they want to sell and keep the Omi price low? Like, again, if you're a founder and you want Omi to burn, you want as much Omi to burn as possible. Why? Because the more Omi that's burned right now, the lower the price is, the more Omi that's burned, the more that the company Veve, which is getting tens of millions of dollars a month, is going to buy back more Omi. The more money they get, the more money that goes into buying back Omi, the more Omi that's burned. Well, what does that have to do with keeping the price low? They want to keep that price low to burn more Omi, because in the long run, the Veve company will have to buy Omi from other people. That supply will eventually run out, and they're going to have to buy from other people. And if you have 1 billion Omi coins, you have no issue selling 5 or 10 million just to keep the price low. And just, there's a lot of buying pressure, create a lot of selling pressure. And again, if you've had these coins since, or a couple of years now, and they've 100x'd, you can definitely go on ahead and say, like, all right, I got a little bit of money. I don't mind burning a little bit for the overall success of your Omi coins long term. But I don't know if the fail to deliver has not been Veve's fault. It's been the fact that they kind of got the rug pulled out from under them for Comic-Con. It's the fact that, they had to deal with Ben Gadenzi, which Earth 2 has had as well. And then you had to deal with the fact that, that switch over to immutable, to Ethereum blockchain. A lot of places aren't really working with GoChain right now. But switching over to the Ethereum blockchain via immutable X, everything's just delayed. I still believe in my price points, just maybe not at the same time that I did, in the beginning when I first started getting into this, 0.007, 0.008. Wes said 750 billion Omi coins makes it look like a poop coin to most people. And he's right. When you hear that, they minted 750 billion coins, it sounds like a Safe Moon, Shiba Inu project. It does. Only when people look into it, you find out that there's more than meets the eye. Sorry, I've just been watching a lot of Transformers. Love Peter Cullen. I love Optimus Prime. Autobots, let's roll out. I love him. But no, only when you look into it do you find, okay, 750 billion were made, but 96 billion were burned right at the beginning. 340 billion were put in the reserve vault, getting ready to go in that burn wallet. So only 300 billion maybe can ever go into the circulating supply. Yeah, this is stupid undervalued. This can go, cue that Michael Scott meme. You have no idea how high I can fly. Again, cue that Michael Scott meme. JP says, as stated by Ben, he said that currently Comey isn't using the best burn strategy, and he doesn't know if they're going to implement. It makes me think. JP also says, understandable, Wes, what if Ben is the good guy and Comey is the bad guy? Okay, a devil's advocate, and think about it. Obviously, I want to think of every single possibility, and just to take that notion, maybe that's possible. I don't see it because I've seen many interviews with David and Dan and Al, and I've seen many people not let's pretend a Comey didn't exist. A lot of companies that Ben has worked with has badmouthed Ben because he's just known for that kind of pump and dump type of thing. And a lot of people that happen to have worked with him in the past say that they wish they never have. They're worse off because of it. But again, so I've gone down that road. Again, if I'm going into this first principles type of thing, and I've known about Ben since the beginning. He kind of he reappeared a couple months ago when around the same time that My Name is Human podcast, Snoke had released that article on him via Earth 2. So it this all came out. Cavell Anderson did a video on him on that same day. But either way, I trust what Veve is doing. If they thought that what Ben had was a good idea, they would be doing it. And they still might. I don't know. But whatever Veve does, I trust in them. They were the people that have been thinking about NFTs when nobody else was thinking about NFTs. So I believe in them 100%. Wes says, yeah, the burn strategy honestly sucks because the more expensive Omi gets, then there's significantly less burn. That's true. But again, there's going to be a lot more utility for Omi in the future. It's not just going to be for, burning when you get NFTs. It's going to be for the Veveverse. There's going to be a lot of utility for this. It's going to be for staking. It's going to be for entry fees to contests. It's going to be, like I said, giveaways. Some people are just going to lose their keys. Omi's just going to get burned that way. Rick G says, the 1.6 Delorean was drivable for only 10 minutes or so after the drop. Never heard a reason why they took it away. They probably just want to fix it. Maybe they didn't like exactly what it was and they wanted to continue to change it. JP says, agreed. I'm still bullish on the project, but I feel like more can and should be done. Maybe. Again, I'm a little more patient than most people. Again, buying Tesla all the way down, all the way up, but just because I knew it was undervalued, still is. I don't. Again, I'm not really one that needs the money right now. I don't need to be a millionaire tomorrow, this year, even next year. I know it'll happen eventually. Again, most likely it'll be this year, just because that's the way I see it. Again, hindsight is 20/20. But whatever they're doing, I'm sure they're doing it to the best of their ability. I'm sure that maybe they could have done more. Maybe they said hey, if instead of sleeping 6-7 hours a night, we all sleep 4 or 5 hours a night, we can get this done a month ahead of time. I don't want them doing that. I've done that before for both of my businesses. Can only do that for so long. The Earth 2 guys are doing that right now. I feel so bad for them. They've been doing that for a year. but yeah, I don't. Whatever they want to do at the pace they want to do it, they're building this huge company. They have the most interest in this becoming the most successful it is. We do obviously too, because we put a lot of money into it. You know, they're already successful without this company, and a lot of us were successful without this company as well. But a lot of like this is literally life-changing money for us. Like this will make a lot of us millionaires, and like multiple millionaires, decamillionaires, 100 millionaires. JP can probably be a billionaire from this. Excuse me. Yeah. Wes says, kind of hard being the good guy after trying to destroy every company he's ever worked with. Yeah. JP says, can't speak for other companies and everything. Everything is hearsay, especially on the internet. It's like, you know, let's say the 11 women that accused Cuomo of sexually assaulting them. Maybe like if like one or two came out, it's like, okay, maybe he said or did something inappropriate, but it wasn't like he meant to. It was just an accident, whatever. You can kind of explain away one or two, but 11 people is like. Now I get it. Maybe you could make the argument that like, well, these one or two was kind of construed that way, where it was, you know, on accident, wasn't really bad. It was just, you know, a bad judgment or whatever. And then you could make the argument that other people are just like, oh, are we doing this? People that just hate him because he didn't pick them for a position, whatever. Maybe you could explain it that way. But when the attorney general comes out and says like, yeah, this man should resign, Joe Biden comes out like, he's a Democrat. Joe Biden's a Democrat, and he comes out and says Cuomo should resign. Like, again, I'm just using that as an example where. If so many different people say that working with a particular person that you should not do it, you know, if it's like one or two people, all right, maybe bad experiences, you know, they didn't see eye to eye, but you know, with so many people, yeah, I just can't see that. But again, there could be an explanation for everything. I don't know. Yeah. Grandmaster Mala says, freak out that they aren't in America. Quote, question mark. I'm surprised since I've met 30-year-old men who've never left the state. Yeah. There's some people that they get to another country. They're just like, oh god, and they just because they're just like they're not in America. They just freak out. They're just like, oh man, this is the real stuff. It's not. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, yeah. Some people that just never leave their home state. Some people never leave their hometown. Ah, it's ridiculous. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. JP says, for all you know, JP liked to steal cats from the animal orphanage while Wes likes to push over old people on the street. For all you know, I like to dress up in women's clothing and whack people with my cane. You know, I don't know. I did wear women's clothing once. It's a long story. It's a long time. I lost a bet. It was just bad times. Wes says you're weird, dude, and JP says, yeah, I know it's a problem. we're all pretty weird here, and that's why I think I have 48 people listening to me speak at 11:13 at night, because we're like I'm not normal, and I think a lot of people resonate with that because everyone when we're younger, oh hey, we want to be like the cool kids, we want to be like that, but as most people do. But then as time goes on, like how many people are those like good looking smart kids? Like almost none of us. Like none of us. I wasn't. And then you realize, well, most people out there are not these like good looking like smart kid people that like have it together. Like we're not. Most people like us are just like kind of just floating through life and just like I don't know. And you see someone that says like, wow, he made money, like did it in a going against the grain. I didn't go to college. I just worked. I did not pay attention. I didn't care about my education in high school. Or I didn't care about my schooling. Shouldn't say I didn't care about education. I didn't care about my schooling. And they say like, well, he started out late in life. I didn't join the military till I was almost 22, where a lot of people go in at 18, some even 17. And then I said, okay, well, he was going to go to college at 26. He did for a semester. Left school to start his own business, was successful in that, took that money, didn't buy a house, didn't even get a nice apartment, was living in a boiler room, and decided to go and invest all of that into Pokemon cards, and then Tesla, and then, you know, the dude looks like that dude's insane. But, and then you take a look at me, it's like, oh, all right. Yeah, he's a little weird. He's got some video game tattoos and likes Pokemon, and, you know, he's got some weird scars on him that he hasn't really explained. But I think a lot of us just have, you know, they resonate with people that are, you know, just not normal. And especially if they happen to be successful, good for them. But again, successful can mean you being happily married with kids, and, you know, or not even kids, with pets, and maybe not having a lot of money, but you're just happy. Like, again, success is happiness. Time for my 60-minute Patreon member shout out. It is going to be Nas ne dogoniat do szaskazu, dalsze nas dwoje tylko dni. Haje droma mi ubeżim, nas ne dogoniat dalsze dnik, dalsze dama, noc przewodnik, sprać nasze teny, za oblakami, nos ne nadojta, nos nie zmieniat, im nie destet. Sorry, guys. I love tattoo. Moving on. Crystal Point extra given those eyes. Grandmaster Wawa says, gem sales state tax. Realize that only the most populated states may have the ability to enforce that. Backwards agriculture states don't have that kind of budget. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Oh, Gen X. Yes, the Veve website, not the app. So, actually, that's a good call. Good call. I'm sure all right, so here is the Veve website. It is just veve.me, and that's what it says at the beginning. I might even do a video about this, just saying, welcome to the world of digital collectibles. And then they have it get it on Google Play and download on the App Store. And then it just has, who does it have? First one, Spider-Man, right there. Thank you guys for 25 likes, that means the world. Veve Digital Collectibles are 99% environmentally friendly. Learn more about our carbon neutrality. And they even have a... Oh, I don't think I can play that. And they have the... All right. Maybe I could play it without the music. So I'll give that a shot for you guys right there. And yeah, they have the car, and then they got the Dragon Girl. Oh, there's so many of them. It's so cool. Oh, this does make it look really legit. That does make it look really cool. Like, this is made like a movie. I haven't seen this yet, so... God, this looks so epic. Like, this trailer for a game, boom, I'm getting it. Like, oh my god, yeah, I see all these things like the 80s cheese, you get Donnie, you get... I have, like, all of the... I have nostalgia for it, and it's not, like, it's recent. Yeah, so, then it shows a lot of the pictures of a lot of the different things, wrong way. Of a lot of the different sets it has, including Jurassic Park over there, which is great. Superman. No matter your fandom, Veve has you covered. Whether you love pop culture, gaming, sports, film and TV, or anime and animation, Veve offers digital collectibles from your favorite brands, including Batman, Adventure Time, Monster Hunter, NFL, DC Collectibles, Star Trek, Jurassic Park, Fast and Furious, Back to the Future, Ultraman, Superman, and so much more. Virtual showrooms, and it says digital in the real world with augmented reality, and it shows stuff from Adventure Time. Buy and sell with others on the secondary market, in the Veveverse as well. Latest drops. It just gives you everything. Just go to veve.me and it shows you everything. Obviously says 1 million OMI I own. You're an OMI millionaire. All right, so when this reaches $1, you're a millionaire. But even if it reaches, let's say, just reaches 50 cents in 5 years, and you say like, okay, $500,000. I guarantee you by that time, there is a couple of other things that I could tell you, like, yeah, put it in this, and you'll, instead of doubling your money, you'll be able to 4 or 5 extra money. It'll come. It'll come. I plan to always be here, telling you guys what I'd be investing into next and all that. And again, a lot of times I might take breaks saying like, hey guys, I'm trying to set up this animal sanctuary. This is what I'm doing, and I'll make a series about that or whatever. Or I'm flying into Madagascar and I'm buying that land there. And but at the end of the day, I would still like to come back and just upload videos like, hey guys, this is what we're doing. What's everyone doing in the Veveverse? What's everyone doing here? Like my favorite thing, I want to be like Adam Sandler, where worth like tens of millions of dollars, but literally just dress in like shorts and like a t-shirt and just be chill, just be comfortable. Cosmos says, look at Mana, have the same price like Omi, and look at their all-time high. I believe that we can do the same. Let's take a look at Mana. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got here. Akomi. We're going to search for MANA, Decentraland Mana. And let's do a year. We were down to a half a penny, and it has been up to $1.50. That's insane. That's literally insane. Again, last August was less than a half a penny, and at the high was up to $1.50. So that is okay. If it doubles, it is a penny. So 100xing from that. So 200x, 250x. That's what it did in a year, which is insane. Could Omi do the same? Maybe. We don't know. I mean, Omi has done the same already. 5 years? When did this actually start gaining? Yeah, and this started in June of 2017 at 1/5, actually 1/4 of 1 penny. 0.0. Oh no, I'm sorry. It started at 2.5 cents. At 2.5 cents. I had gone down to. I'm sorry. It started at almost 5 cents, 4.5 cents. So I messed that up. But at one point it was much lower. So for this to reach, again, going from 5 cents to $1.50 is about, what was that, 20 plus 10, so it's about 30x. If we 30x from here, that is going to be about 9 cents. Well, about 8.5 cents if we 30x from here, which I think we can do well inside of a year. Yeah, definitely. Moving on. Ginferno says, I'm at 800,000 Omi. I'll get to 1 million soon. I believe in you. I believe in you, Ginferno. You gotta believe. Grandmaster Mawa says, people talk about not being able to afford big houses or mansions, but I've seen unused schools and retired churches for less than 200,000, which you can turn into a mansion. And they're on a large plot. Really? Grandmaster Mawa, is that near us? Is that near Huntington? I'm not in Huntington anymore. I'm in Massapequa now. But let me know where you've seen those. Those are very interesting. Mr. Lochnet says, since gems are Omi, how many Omi is 1 gem? 1 gem is $1, and if Omi is about 0.003, so let's say times it by 3 is 1 cent, times 100, so it's about 1 gem is about 300 Omi, give or take. Masamala says, you should get a bull to keep Dashi company. I actually do have a picture of what I was going to put next to Dashi. Let me show you. Oh god, I have to go through so many pictures. That's what I was going to put next to Dashi. But the store was closed. Yes, that is me, just coming out of Hot Topic. With my pajamas and my Squirtle shirt on. Sorry if we ask you the same questions over again. No, that's fine. Grandmaster Mawa says, I've noticed the same questions come up like 7 times since watching your stream. It's okay. That's what I'm here for. I live to talk. I live to chill. Obviously says Inferno 3. Nice one. Steve Litch says, do you feel Earth 2 still has a chance of becoming big in the NFT space? I feel like they were ahead of the curve, but lately things feel stagnant. Well, things are definitely moving along, especially the last month with Earth 2. But NFTs, yeah, maybe. I think they'll be more in the metaverse, and Eventually, they'll have other NFTs outside of their own that are going to be able to go on there. But yeah, I still think they'll be big. Again, mostly in the metaverse. And are they going to have NFTs in with them that those are your avatars? Maybe. I don't know. But I'm still very, very bullish on them. Shane Barr says, if Veve comes out with a metaverse and it's similar to Earth 2, will you stick with Earth 2 or push towards Veve even more? Well, I'm still going to stick with Earth 2. That I put way too much time in. And like a lot of my subscribers, maybe not half of them, or maybe, are from Earth 2. A lot of people, so I do definitely feel, again, as long as I still feel it's a good game, a good investment, and still something that I want to spend my time in, then yeah, I will. If the thesis changes, and suddenly it just becomes garbage, or it becomes, they fire like half the team, maybe it's time to reevaluate and say like, okay, maybe this is not something I would like to do anymore. But no, again, Earth 2, I've put in a lot of money. I still put in money every day. I mean, not today because I don't have access to my account, but when it comes back, yeah. I up until today, where I just don't have access to my account, I put in money every single day, whether it's tiles, whether it's jewels. That's just what I do. Is I still believe in it. Ginferno3 says, obviously, thanks, congrats to you as well. But also Shane Barr, I mean, when the metaverse comes out, or when the Veveverse comes out, and let's say Earth 2 doesn't have much for still going yet, I'll still keep up with Earth 2. I'll still be buying stuff. I'll still be, playing. But yeah, I'll definitely I'll make more videos on the metaverse saying like, oh, you can do this, gameplay is this, that type of deal. Star Helix says, what's up, Randy? I wonder when they will reveal how much Spider-Man NFTs will cost. I would believe, Star Helix, that it would be about tomorrow. Maybe my normal stream time is about 12:15. I won't make that tomorrow, but I do believe that we would get probably at like 3 in the afternoon, give or take. Tomorrow, I think that's when we'll get the article. Aw, Orion Crypto Trader, the guy who I shouted out last night for being like or maybe it was this morning. Somebody had said that, how did I get into OMI? And one of the first videos outside of Earth 2 Masteries that I looked. Well, actually, I didn't watch Earth 2 Masteries videos at first. I mean, not the OMI videos. I only watched his Earth 2 videos. But one of the first video was Orion Crypto Trader, and it was just his tokenomics on it. And I was like, oh. And I didn't even know about the NFTs just yet. I just saw OMI cryptocurrency. It has this many. Or maybe I did know a little bit about the NFTs, but yeah, it was beautiful. And then there was another. Sorry, hang on. Oh my God, there's so many. And a girl fight. My friend, she's watching. She's watching my my live stream. I love her. Moving on. Kiwa Wong, what's going on? Says, what's good, Randy? Earth 2 will become the metaverse like Decentraland? Yeah. Earth 2 is going to be I want to say, again, the Decentraland, My Neighbor Alice, Roblox, Minecraft, and even the Veveverse, they all have the same thing working against it. They are Earth 2 has one thing over all of them. It's the only map, one-to-one map of Earth. You have other crappy ones like, I don't want to say crappy ones, I say other copycats like After Earth, Earthium, Meta Earth, all these other things that are copying Earth 2, or at least trying to. But they just can't hold a candle. Whereas, again, the other metaverses, finite space, none of them are going to be as big, and I mean big in that actual literal sense, large as Earth 2. But again, they all have different things working for them that Earth 2 does not. Like a bunch of licenses. Ginferno says, I would think trying to burn all the OMI up as quick as possible would be bad for the long-term success of the project. No, it wouldn't, because just as the project goes on, what you would have is just saying, okay, well, now instead of 300 OMI burning per $1 spent, now it's half an OMI being burnt as, $1 spent, or vice versa. And again, you'll still have the prices for things in the Veveverse have to spend in OMI. NFTs, and maybe there's certain NFTs drops that you can only buy it if you spend OMI, that type of deal. Again, it's just speculation, but it does kind of make some poetic sense. It would be very innovative about how to burn. So yeah, so it wouldn't really cost Veve, the company, any more money. It would just be, instead of buying, $10 million worth of OMI, they're still buying $10 million worth of OMI, but instead of getting this much OMI, they're getting this much OMI. Small amount. Again, that's just what I think. Orion Crypto Trader was just talking about you. All good things. All good things. Says, would you rather a Spider-Man priced higher with lower mints, or priced as they are now but with higher mints? Wondering about those priced out with higher prices. I want like 30,000 commons. I want a lot, like maybe 5,000 to 8,000 or 10,000 uncommons. I want like maybe 2,500 rare, and then the ultra rare I want like 1,000. Yeah, I want 1,000 or less for the ultra rare, and I want that because again, in Pokemon first edition PSA 10 Charizard, $300 something thousand. First edition PSA 9 Charizard is like a tenth of that, like $30,000. PSA 8, half of that, like $15,000. PSA 7 is probably even less. Actually, a PSA 8 Charizard is probably between $10,000 and $15,000. PSA 7 probably like between $5,000 and $7,000. So they have options. If you don't want to get the big one, like if you still want that first appearance Spider-Man, get a common. You literally pay a fraction of the price that you would in the marketplace than you would on the ultra rare. And it's like pretty much the same Spider-Man, just a different position. Woo. Moving on. But if just for your, I'd rather them be priced lower with higher mints, just because I want the OMI to burn. That helps me in the long run, because more OMI burn is better. What'll help me in the short run is if we do have that higher mint, of that lower mint number, that higher price, because if it's a couple $100, that'll take some people out of it. Some people that have $100, $150, whatever, even though they have $80, $100, whatever it is, having a $250 ultra rare, some people that would have otherwise gotten it 150 or below, they might not get that ultra rare now. They might not even try for that ultra rare. So it gives me a better chance to get that, but that, again, I'm not expecting to get that ultra rare. I'm going to try. As soon as that has 0 and that goes away, boom, going to get that, or at least I'm going to try to get it. And if I don't, I don't mind, but I can pay $2,000 or $3,000 for that ultra rare on the marketplace. I don't want to. I mean, I'm going to, but because I'm a crack addict and I need my Spider-Man drop. I know, yeah, hugely historic. But yeah, so it's better longer term for mostly everyone if it is a higher mint, lower dollar number. Chambo Latinomi says, "Estamos locos, sí, señor, soy loco." Sai Kandarpa says, "Early investor, what would be the good amount to buy OMI?" I have bought OMI. I started buying at 0.007 and 0.008 in between there, and I've seen it go down to 0.00114. I bought everywhere in between. I bought down there. I bought up here. I bought where we are now. If I had an extra $50,000, guess what? 10,000 of that is going into buying more OMI. Probably should be 15 or 20,000. Maybe 15,000, then 15,000 NFTs, 15,000 into Bitcoin, and then 5,000 for like bills and stuff. Probably what should happen. Black Magic says, "I appreciate you not being normal. Makes for way better content." Oh, why thank you. Why thank you, Black Magic. Lori Walking Feather, I was just talking about you. All good things, all good things. Oh, I love you guys. You guys are so cool. How many minutes am I behind on comments? 17. I'm so sorry, guys. Grandmaster Mawa says, "You should ask for volunteers to come help at your animal sanctuary." That's what they typically do, since it's such a great experience. So I want to try something a little different, and it's probably going to blow up in my face. Thank you guys for 30 likes. That means the world. My idea is going to be let's say it takes $2 million to buy the land and build everything and get the animal. And, thankfully, I am dating a veterinarian where she has agreed to say, like, yes, she'd agreed to donate her time when it comes time, maybe, once a month or once every couple months to give exams, do whatever. I know a lot of veterinarians because, again, I worked in the field for 9 years before I joined the military. So I would definitely enjoy, but what I want to do is I want to pay people to do, I want to build a house or a couple houses on the sanctuary, and I want to say to people, hey, listen, this house is going to be outfitted with the best Wi-Fi for Veve drops, of course, for chilling in the metaverse and Earth 2. And I would say, like, listen, when you work here, and I pay you $50,000 a year, which for a kennel person is a lot of freaking money. So, like, for like taking care of dogs, medicating, what I used to do, I again, this was like over 10 years ago, or about 10 years ago. Damn, I'm old. I was literally getting like $12, $13 an hour, $15, whatever it was. It was, again, 10 years ago. So I wasn't making that much. You were making like $30,000 a year, $25,000, so $50,000 a year to not only work as just a kennel person, just taking care of dogs, feeding, medicating, whatever, and you get a free house where you can live as long as you keep it clean. Again, I don't want to be like this scummy landlord, be like, oh, this is that a stain? I don't care. It's for animals. It's going to be dirty. I want people to be able to do that, and as long as obviously take vacation whenever you want. Like 2-3 weeks a year, whatever. As long as there's always someone there to maintain coverage. I want to give people raises. I want to incentivize people to stay there, because if it's an animal sanctuary where, let's say, a lot of these animals live the rest of their lives there, let's say a lot of them don't get adopted, I don't want it to be run by volunteers where suddenly, like, these volunteers, like they get attached, or people get attached and the volunteers can't come because of a family emergency, and the one volunteer, like this one dog that will only trust this one volunteer, now the volunteer's not here anymore, now we're screwed. Because I've seen that before. It's awful to try to deal with and try to work with. I want to be able to go and say, hey, no, like, everything you need is here. I'll get what do you not have, I'll get it for you. And again, to pay, let's say 4 people $50,000 a year, and then I'll bring in a vet tech or two, and then again Danielle, the veterinarian, other veterinarians for actual admission, like checkups, dentals, blood work, and all that. It would cost a couple $100,000 a year, and the goal would be to keep it running for as long as I can. Maybe eventually take donations. But yeah, that would be it. Because if it's run by volunteers, then again, it's grueling work. It's work that causes a lot of heartache. It really does, because you're there, and then you're trying so hard with a lot of these dogs, and some of them they're so sad and don't get. I can't ask people to do that for free. If they want, like, even with people that, well, let's say they want to be a veterinarian, and they say, like, hey, I'm going to do like pharmacology in my college course. When I start, I want to see if I can like it. I would be hesitant about giving volunteers the opportunity to do it, because I don't know the effect that'll have on the animals that say, like, hey, they get so used to this person, and then that person's gone away forever. I most likely will be fine, but I'll talk to Danielle about it. She's a lot better at this than I am. I get a little emotional. And that's why I had to leave the field. It was too sad. I couldn't do it anymore. So, moving on. Lori Walking Feather says, I live in my robe. That's why I love you, Lori. Sai Kandarpa says, who is whale in a Comey amount? I guess it depends. Like, again, a lot of people would call me a whale. I mean, putting over $250,000, yeah. Some people say, like, you got 10 million Omi, put in $30,000, and yeah, $30,000 in something is a lot of money. Hell, like putting 5 figures into something, $10,000 is a lot of money. For some people that are living paycheck to paycheck or have a little bit of money each month, $10,000 is a lot. Like that, again, a lot of people are in debt. A lot of people, like $10,000, maybe pays off their credit card debt. Most likely it won't even pay off their school debt. So to put that in something, it's like, whoa. But again, when I think whale, I think like people like Deca or 100 Millionaire that just, yeah, because I've worked with those guys before. And they have no qualms about like just, yeah, dropping like millions of dollars. I was like, oh my God. Especially if they find something like this that let's say what all they want to do is make money. And they say, oh, you're saying that I could like potentially 10x my money by the end of the year? I'd be like, gun to my head, yes, probably more than that. Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, they'll do it. They'll put in $1 million, no issue. Stilo Mac says, if you were to meet Elon, what 2 questions would you ask him? Oof. I would say, I don't know if I could limit it to 2. But again, gun to my head, if I'd ask him 2, I would have to be like, okay, do you have a plan, like a fail-safe, like if something bad were to happen to you, if you die, like what happens? And if you don't, you better make damn sure you do, because the world needs more of you. They need, again, Tesla would be fine without him. SpaceX, I'm not sure. Neuralink, maybe. Boring Company, probably. And then I guess the other question is, well, we know the goals he's open about. The goals he's open about is becoming a multiplanetary species, passing through the Great Filter, going to, accelerating the transition to sustainable energy. But what are some goals that maybe he's afraid of saying? Like, what are your goals that you haven't said anything about? Like a secret that, like, hey, you hope that this happens, and why? Those would probably be the 2 questions I would ask him. Grandmaster Model. Oh yeah, Stilo Mac. In case you haven't heard, I sold a first edition PSA 10 Polyrath yesterday for $5,600, and a Blaine's Moltrace first edition PSA 10 yesterday for $4,075. Did that. Bought a little bit more Omi. No, I didn't buy more Omi. I bought a little bit. I bought 1,500 NFTs. After this week, maybe I'll get some more. Again, I didn't get the money yet. I'll get it most likely Saturday or maybe Monday. I'll let you know. Grandmaster Mawa says, I've typically seen those properties in rural areas everywhere, never in a major city, and not all are in top condition to live in. But still, again, $200,000 to get those. A church or something that could be a mansion. Pretty cool. Moving on, Grandma Small says, there's also this one property in Maine that's a whole house on an island in the middle of a lake for only $140K. Can't post the link here since links get filtered by the chat. Message me on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, whatever. Very curious. Your own private island. That'd be pretty cool. Silmax says, at Grand Mawile, I was on vacation in Maine. Love it. $140K on an island in Maine. Shoot, let me know. Yeah, let us all know. Lori Walking Feather giving me hearts. Oh my God, I love you. Oh, you're so cool. Grandmaster Mawile says, at Stilo Mac, just realized that it's off grid and it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. That's probably why it's so cheap. Saikon Darpa says, XRP or OMI? I don't have XRP. Probably not going to buy XRP. The things that I do like but don't have is Ethereum, Cardano, Binance Coin, Solana, and CRO. I like those, and I don't have those. XRP for me is not even on that list. But yeah, so yeah, OMI. For me, that's what I would do. If I had the choice, OMI all day. Connor says, Randy, is it possible for you to lift Dashi up, please? Every time I only see the top half of Dashi's body. All right, let's give this a shot here. Okay, my body. Wait, hang on. There we go. Ooh. Oh, my body. That's Dashi. Okay. Sorry, Dashi. There you go. Good girl. Good boy. Good, attack doggo. There you go. There you go. Nope, forgot to turn out the light. There we go. All right, so I hope that did something for you. Lori Walkenfeather says, do you think common Spider-Man with 25,000 plus editions will sell out, whereas Deloreans, Laughing Batman, and Batgirl, etc., did not sell out at certain high editions? Yes, I think it would. Because, again, for the Batman, the Deloreans, there's been so many Batmen, it's no wonder why some of those don't sell out. Deloreans, I think that is actually a little undervalued just because it is the first car, and there's going to be multiple cars, because we have Fast and Furious, there's going to be multiple cars. Jurassic Park, I think that truck probably be a car. But again, this is Spider-Man, first appearance of Spider-Man, and yeah, we had a first appearance of Catwoman. But this is just that little extra. Yeah, I think, again, this is going to be a first appearance. Yeah, I think that would sell out. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't, but I think it would sell out. Where do I go? Where am I going? Grandmaster Mala says, I found some shoes online that give you like 3 inches. So if you're 5'9", I can be 6 foot. Oh, that's great. That is fantastic. Interesting. Wonder, you probably wouldn't be able to run in those, but yeah. Star Helix says, what is Mashy made out of? What is Dashie made out of? I don't know. I mean, the eyes and the collar is Swarovski diamonds, but outside of that, I don't know. The Dashie is made in the image of whatever God decided to make Dashie in. So it is time for my 90-minute Patreon member shout out. Goodbye. Funny how that's such a hard thing to say. Now it's time to let go, but never thought I'd feel this way. Promise not to be sad, but we both knew I was lying. Gotta fight back the tears, 'cause can't let you see me crying. Okay, that is a Pokemon song. I don't know why I sung that. It's so sad. Connor says, great. Dashie is huge. I didn't expect this. Thanks, Redding. No problem, Connor. Just smash that like button, comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Jinferno3 says, Dashie is a lot bigger than I thought. Yeah, Dashie's a tall mother flapper. Dashie's you should see Dashie when Dashie gets hind legs. Taller than me. Yeah. Although it's not that hard. I'm only 5'9". Ow. That hurt my back. Yeah, and heavy. Dashie, I'm not going to cut Dashie open unless Dashie will ever require surgery, but let's hope not. Let's hope not. Oof. I would think a little hollow. I would think that Dashie is a little hollow. But even still very hard to pick up. Steel Max says, thank you for answering and updating me on your sales. Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. The Blaine's Charizard, I don't think I would be able to go and... Oh, God, I have so many... I don't think I'd be able to sell right now, because the last two, there happen to be 2 on the PWCC marketplace. They sold for like $4,000 each. I don't even know what I have mine at, but it's not 4,000. It's like 50. So I think it was like 4,500 those got sold for. My Blaine's Charizard. I still have a Masaki promo, Alakazam promo. I have for 5,200 or best offer. They offer me 5K on that. I'd take it. I have all 5 Masaki PSA 9 promos listed for 4,800. I'd be taking a loss on that if I actually sold. Where's the Blaine's Charizard? Come on, where's the Blaine's Charizard? The Blaine's Arcanine, 2,200 or best offer. That is the cheapest by like $600 already. Blaine's Charizard, 5,750 or best offer. You know, if someone offered 5,500, I'd probably take it. Yeah. Christian Velasco says, the mysteries of Lord Dashie. I'm not bench pressing Dashie. I don't think I could. But yeah, it's the mystery of Lord Dashie. Zero Max says, I bought 2 Blaine's Moltres last year during the height one for 4,500, another for 4,100. Still think, yeah, it is very, very, very undervalued, because that, even though it's not the first time we see Moltres that's in the fossil set, it's so hard to grade. I think Gym Heroes is a very underrated set. It's got a lot of beautiful artwork in there, but because Gym Challenge has that Charizard, a lot of people focus on. And again, that Blaine's Charizard is my favorite card, but Blaine's my favorite trainer. Blaine has such an amazing backstory of just, being an original good gym leader, getting recruited by Team Rocket Scientists, very similar to Project Paperclip. When they say, like, hey, we can either, where American military went to German scientists, like, we can either heck you up, or you can continue your work in our country and just not go to jail and not die. Team Rocket did that to Blaine, saying, like, yeah, well, our organization's either going to take you down, or you can do whatever. We can give you funding for whatever science project you want. We'll fund it and go crazy. And then he comes back to the good side after. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I love Blaine so much. Pop Visley says, is the process of grading Pokemon difficult? Yes. Well, no, but I'll explain in a minute. Quote, I have 4 Hollows, 4 Charizard base unlimited. You have some non-shadowless and then a set. I used to sell Pokemon many, many years ago at a shop and kept a few. Grading Pokemon cards, it's hard to... The hardest part about it is knowing if it's worth it or not. Where a lot of people are like, I'm going to grade this card, and it's like, you should not have graded that card. It's like a 4, it's like a 6. But again, Charizard usually is worth it to grade. If they're in good, again, look at a lot of sold listings. Say, like, okay, well, because the centering on this, maybe this would get, an 8, even if the rest is stellar and perfect. I've seen a Charizard where everything is perfect except for the centering. So far off, it's still got a PSA 7. Like a big oof. You have to look for the tiniest specks of whitening. You have to look for edge wear. You have to look for, it's the corners. It's really ridiculous. But so you got to look for it. Moving on. But yeah, the active grade, I mean, it is kind of hard. It's kind of expensive too. It's like $20 a card now, and it takes like 9 months. That's ridiculous. Guys, says, thanks a ton, Randy. Again, it's time for me to go. See you soon. Adios. Actually, I do have. Oh, okay, so I do have a place for that Wilson Mills Road in Adamstown in Maine for nice, 150,000. But yeah, looks good. All right, thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. It's been real. You got to see a little bit more Dashy than you normally would. I'm going to bounce. Like I said, I will probably not be streaming for the next couple of days. I will be going on and... but I will try to make a video. I will be back on Sunday night. I love you all. No problem, Steel Mac. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye, Dashy. Bye-bye, Dashy. Oh, you're so cute. I love you. All right, bye, guys. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, wow. See ya. Bye. Nice trip. Thank you. Meow. Wow. Take care.